We caught up with Mike Abell, the Sturgis High School head wrestling coach. And Mike, another season, but you never know. We got COVID to think about, and so tell us what's going on.
Yeah, it's a unique year. Nothing that we can prepare for. It's a day by day, week by week. Our numbers are good. We're not as affected as I would say, like a Rapid City area is right now. We're in the practice room. We started on Monday. We have about 57 kids in the high school room right now. Our middle school numbers are good. There are 30 in Piedmont, 30 at Sturgis Williams. The AAU kids are chomping at the bit. We're not seeing, the issues, if you want to call them issues right now. Our COVID numbers, we have a couple kids on the team right now that are quarantined, but it was before the season started. We haven't had any positive tests since the season started. Putting kids in pods and doing these different things and less contact and things like that, it's been interesting. We've been doing a lot more conditioning on the track that you see behind us. We've been going for runs outside since the weather's been nice, trying to kind of stay away from each other as much as possible so we can have a season. But yeah, every day is a new adventure in here.
I would imagine, Coach, that regardless of how many meets you have, what matters the most maybe at the end of the season if you get the state meet in.
Yes. I would say, if you ask all our kids in the room, they want to make sure we have a state tournament. And if you ask them about, do you care about our dual record? Do you care about, the Madison invite, the Rapid City invite? They don't care. They just want to go to the state tournament and bring home some hardware as a team and as an individual. Whether or not we have the state dual tournament, I don't know if that's going to happen. I don't know how the state tournament's going to look. I don't know if it's going to be a 3-day like it was last year, a 2-day, a 1-day. I think we're adopting or trying to adopt what a lot of other states are doing. So it's still up in the air. But yeah, our kids want to have a state tournament, and that's what's most important to us.
It was great last year. You got everything in just before COVID hit.
Yeah, we were, a week before it all shut down? I remember being in the lobby at the hotel and reading about it, it was stateside and it was coming, and then, yeah, the next week everything was closing.
Who do you got coming back this year that you're going to be looking to?
We have a small group of seniors. We're glad to have Ren Jacobs back. He had a season-ending injury last year with his dislocation of his elbow, and we lost him for most of his sophomore year too with the same injury. We got him back for the state tournament his sophomore year, but he wasn't healthy. He ended up getting sixth with an arm he could barely use. Last year, I think he was hands down the number 2 kid in the state behind Cooper Voorhees. This year, he's healthy. He had surgery. We're super excited to have him back in the lineup, and we need him for a full season. We have to have him to do what we want to do at the state tournament. We have to have him at the end of the year. On top of that, we got Logan DeSursa, a returning senior state qualifier, Robert Merwin, senior state qualifier, Zaven Osborne, senior state qualifier, Evan Osborne, a senior state placer, and then a couple other seniors sprinkled in there. But then we're young. Our junior class is, I think there's 15 of them, 14 or 15 of them. They're talented. And then it's like, I think 17 sophomores and 19 freshmen or something like that. And we're pretty talented across the board. So there's going to be some dog fights for some spots, which we're excited about. Our upper weights, 195, 220 heavy, young kids. Our 95, 220 will probably be freshmen, but they're both talented, in and out of the lineup last year, scored us some points when we needed them. But yeah, we're excited about the season.
Those are great numbers for the younger kids.
Yeah, it's to see that freshman class, sophomore class, and then our 8th grade group, which we won't be able to probably pull up this year like we normally do, because 1, of COVID, 2, just we have too many numbers in the room for the amount of space that we have. There's probably another 20 that we could bring in the room if we wanted to. So, and we only lose 5 after this year. And so next year could be, not thinking too far ahead, but, we might outgrow this room pretty quick.
Well, excellence is what Cooper Wrestling's all about, so it'll be exciting to see how you guys do.
Yeah, we're excited for the year. We had high hopes for last year. Losing Ren took us off the podium as a team, barely. We almost got it done without him. But this year, we're aiming for top 2, top 3.
All right. Coach Mike Abell, appreciate you taking time to visit with us here on Black Hills TV.
Yeah, no problem. Thanks for coming.